Welcome to Forces of Motion. Prior to beginning this unit, please turn in your teacher-made packet to the three probes. You have Apple on a Desk, Talking About Gravity, and Dropping Balls. Please remember that probes are not graded for a right or wrong answer, but for completing them and giving good thought to them. Make sure that you answer in Google Classroom in a document, and do not forget to submit your answers to me for credit. Let's read Apple on a Desk together. Miss Canales pointed to an apple sitting on her desk. She asked her students to describe any forces acting on the apple. This is what some of her students said. Archie, he said, the only force acting on the apple is air pressure. Sam said, there is one force acting on the apple. Gravity is the force that pulls on the apple. Soledad said, there are two forces. The desk pushes up on the apple and gravity downward on the apple. Misha said, there are many forces acting on the apple, but it is the holding force in the apple that keeps it on the desk. Tess said, there are no forces acting on the apple because the desk stops any forces from acting on it. Please pause the video, go to Google Classroom, and answer the questions about Apple on a Desk. Now that you've completed the probe about Apple on a Desk, let's read Talking About Gravity together. Two friends were talking about gravity. Ben said, gravity needs an atmosphere of air. If there is no air or atmosphere, there will be no gravity. Kelly said, gravity doesn't need an atmosphere or air. If there is no air or atmosphere, there will still be gravity. Which friend do you agree with? Describe your thinking, explain why you agree with one friend and disagree with the other. Please pause the video and answer the probe on Google Classroom. Please do not forget to submit your answers to me. Please pause the video. Now that you've answered the first two probes, let's read Dropping Balls together. Reggie has three different types of balls. Each ball is about the same size. Ball 1 is a wooden ball. Its mass is 28 grams. Ball 2 is a golf ball. Its mass is 46 grams. Ball 3 is a metal ball. Its mass is 110 grams. Reggie held his arm out and dropped the three balls at the same time, from the same height. In what order will the balls hit the floor? Circle your prediction. Go to Google Classroom, answer your prediction, and explain your thinking. Please do not forget to submit your answers. Please pause the video and do so at this time. This is lesson 1 of Forces of Motion. Now we begin in your LearnEd notebook that has the cover that looks like the cover on the screen. We're going to be turning in our assignments on the computer through Google Classroom. So in the topic overview, as you learn about your vocabulary terms for the unit, use the space on page 7 to draw a picture or diagram representing each one. Page 7 is to be completed by the end of the unit to help you better understand the vocabulary. In the assignment, I have given you the option of drawing in your book and taking a picture to send to me through a document like copy and paste, or drawing a picture and putting into slides to turn into me, or I noticed when you can create your response, there is one called drawing. If you are able to use that and know how, I will accept that as well. Happy drawing and happy learning of your vocabulary. So today in this lesson, we're going to read and complete the topic overview on page 6. We're going to be answering and thinking about what are forces and how can they be observed every day. So in your LearnEd notebook, please turn to page 6. Forces and motion are exciting topics in science because they're applied to every second of your life. There is not a point during your life where you won't be affected by forces of nature. When was the last time you went on a ride at a fair? Did you ride in a car to school today? Do you like to play sports? Have you ever been skiing? Have you ever kicked a soccer ball? These and many more experiences all are impacted by forces. In fact, the reason that your feet are on the ground right now is because of one of Earth's major forces, gravity. In this unit, you will be exploring what causes motion, how different forces affect the motion of objects, and how gravity and friction impact different situations. You will also be learning how to graph changes in motion relative to time and how to test your knowledge in real life. Try to look at the world around you a little more closely. Make observations. Be curious. Investigate the questions you have. You might start to notice just how many things are impacted by science. I have posted these questions for you on Google Classroom so that you may type your answers and submit them to me. Do not forget to submit your responses. Please click pause, answer the questions, and then resume the lesson. Please turn back to page 3 in the LearnEd notebook. As I uncover these, please fill them in your unit organizer. The purpose of this unit is to understand forces and motion. We're going to be studying factors affecting motion, such as gravity, friction, and change in mass. We're also going to be studying motion related to distance and time. We're going to be measuring distance, measuring change in position, and graphing. We will also be studying predicting effects of motion. Greater force equals greater change. Greater mass of an object equals lower effective force. And predicting change in motion. You may pause this video and fill in your unit organizer. At the bottom of page 3, you will find the pre-check. I'm going to uncover the questions. I would like for you to write your answer, and let's check our knowledge about forces and motion before we study this unit. Number 1, what refers to a change in position? A, motion, B, speed, C, distance, D, inertia. Number 2, what is a push or pull that changes the motion of an object? A, inertia, B, speed, C, motion, D, force. Number 3, what is the total force acting on an object? A, balanced force, B, net force, C, motion, D, momentum. Number 4, what type of line represents a motionless object on a distance-time graph? A, broken, B, curved, C, horizontal, D, vertical. Remember, this is just a completion grade on the pre-check. I know that like on this question, you probably don't understand what it's asking. Do your best. We're going to learn these things in the unit. Don't stress, just answer with your best guess. Number 5, which axis represents distance on a distance-time graph? A, x-axis, B, y-axis, C, direction, D, slope. Number 6, which represents time on a distance-time graph? A, slope, B, x-axis, C, direction, D, y-axis. You may pause the video and answer any questions that still need to be answered on numbers 1 through 6. Number 7, which most likely slows down motion? A, force, B, momentum, C, energy, D, friction. Number 8, which object would fall the fastest? A, bowling ball, B, tennis ball, C, beach ball, D, ping pong ball. Number 9, what force pulls objects to the ground? A, inertia, B, gravity, C, static, D, friction. Number 10, what is most likely works against motion? A, inertia, B, momentum, C, resistance, D, force. Number 11, blank forces will cancel each other out, resulting in no movement. A, friction, B, balanced, C, net, D, gravity. Number 12, blank forces will result in motion. A, stationary, B, balanced, C, still, D, unbalanced. You may pause the video to answer any questions you still yet have. Now let's take a moment and answer our questions. Number 1 was A. Number 2, D. Number 3, B. Number 4, C. Number 5, B. Number 6, B. Number 7, D. Number 8, A. Number 9, B. Number 10, C. Number 11, B. And number 12, D. We have now completed Lesson 1